The city of Fayetteville could be getting some major upgrades if voters say yes to $375.5 million bond issue. City Council made the final touches tonight and set the special election date. 5 News reporter Laura Castleman was at that meeting tonight, joining us now with what that money is going to be spent on. Laura?
That's right. Tonight, the Fayetteville City Council voted yes to a bond tax that will come at no cost to the public. It's a 1% sales tax already in place. This money will go towards updating essential resources and building new things like roads and trails.
I support all of the bond initiatives. I live in Fayetteville.
Justine Lentz is a Fayetteville native and spoke on behalf of the Fayetteville Animal Services.
Our community, our animals, they all deserve better, and this bond is a way to further that.
Lentz says some of this money would go towards updating the current facility.
Anybody that's visited our facility lately knows that our building, parts of it where we're housing animals, is over 5 decades old. So it's definitely, it's served our community for a long time, but it has reached the end of its life.
What I heard tonight was a tremendous amount of support for this bond package.
Fayetteville Mayor Molly Ron says the money will go a long way to help a growing city.
Every single thing that we need to do in this city, whether it be housing or any other sort of way to go about smart growth, really all comes back to infrastructure first. And so this bond is going to allow us to fund those critical infrastructure needs.
Plans from the bond even include a new aquatic center.
Many cities, peer cities, both in our region and outside of our region, our size, have aquatics facilities. And so it's something that everyone can enjoy, that'll be wonderful for families.
Voters will see 10 questions on the ballot. They'll vote yes or no on the total bond and vote individually on what they'd like to see the money go towards.
Mayor Ron tells me it is now up to the voters. The special election is set to be held on March 3rd of 2026. Laura Castleman, 5 News.
All right, Laura, thanks. New tonight, a New York murder suspect arrested by U.S. Marshals in Fayetteville. They say Rapaya Aselmo was wanted by the state of New York for second-degree murder and a weapons charge. Police located Aselmo at an apartment complex off South Lewis in Fayetteville this afternoon. He reportedly tried to take off by jumping out a second-story window, but was quickly arrested. The trial date for a man accused of murdering a woman in Elkins has been delayed. Cade Becton is accused of shooting and killing Anastasia Turner after Elkins police investigated a possible suicide in December. Police investigated further based on, quote, suspicious circumstances, and Becton was later charged while in jail for another crime. His new court date has been set for February. Tonight, Sequoyah County District Attorney Jack Thorpe says his office is looking into the allegations of sexual assault at a Sallisaw Elementary School. We've been telling you about the incident that the Sallisaw superintendent says happened during recess last week at East Side Elementary. The alleged victim's mother talked to 5 News last week, said her son was violated and is demanding more action from school leaders. We talked to an attorney today representing another student allegedly involved who says the accusations are false and sensationalized. He urged the community to let due process take its course. We'll, of course, keep you updated on that investigation. We're learning more about a Siloam Springs daycare worker who is accused of child abuse. According to an affidavit, Mary Clybury was arrested October 16th after a video allegedly shows her pulling the arms of 2 students and dragging another across the classroom. Clybury worked at the Friendship Pediatric Services in Siloam Springs. She was charged with 3rd-degree battery and 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a minor. Benton County Prosecutor Josh Robinson says investigations of child abuse take time. However, they are supposed to be resolved in under a year.
Supreme Court does have a rule that anytime you have a criminal case with a child victim under the age of 14, it's supposed to be expedited. And so the court and the parties are supposed to make every effort to resolve the case within 9 months.
Clybury was taken to the Benton County Jail and was released October 18th on a $2,500 bond. The most watched election in Arkansas next year probably won't be for Congress or a state amendment. It'll be for sheriff in Lone Oak County. That's because Aaron Spencer, facing a trial for second-degree murder, is hoping to be acquitted and then elected sheriff. Spencer's charged with killing a man accused of assaulting his 14-year-old daughter after he found the teenager in his truck. It puts his defense attorney in the unique position of not only explaining why he did what he did, but also why he should win votes.
I mean, he wants a better Lone Oak that's better for the kids, better for his neighbors. You know, he's not running for fame or fortune. It's to make his community better.
A trial, by the way, set for January. If he's convicted of murder, Spencer will be ineligible to run for sheriff. He's running against the incumbent John Staley, whose deputies arrested him last October. Legal action being taken against Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders over the timing of a special election to fill a vacant Arkansas House seat. It's the second lawsuit filed against the governor in just weeks, both questioning her decisions on special elections. Maya Ellison explains how this latest challenge came about and what both sides are saying tonight.
It's been 21 days since Republican Representative Carlton Wing resigned, leaving Arkansas District 70 seat vacant. On October 10th, Governor Sarah Sanders set a special primary election for March 3rd, 2026, and a special general election for June 9th, 2026. That means the seat would stay empty through the fiscal session starting on April 8th.
Refusing to fill this seat, violating state statute, and leaving those Arkansans without representation, it is simply wrong.
Marcus Jones, chair of the Arkansas Democratic Party, announced a lawsuit against Governor Sanders and Secretary of State Cole Jester. Joined by Democratic candidate Cordelia Smith-Johnson and 3 voters from the district, they argue the governor's timeline violates state law.
Arkansas state law says that the special election will be held within 150 days unless it is impracticable. That is state law, and our governor is supposed to abide by that state law.
That same legal argument was raised earlier this month in another case filed by Franklin County resident Colt Shelby, challenging the governor's decision to delay a special election for Senate District 26 until after the fiscal session.
Voters are being denied a stay in our state budget and denied representation in our state house.
In a statement, the governor's office says, quote, lining up the District 70 special election with the District 26 special election is just common sense, saves taxpayer dollars, and ensures the election is free, fair, and secure. State Democrats argue the lawsuit seeks to move the special general election from June to March, so about 30,000 residents in District 70 have representation during next year's fiscal session.
Now she is refusing to have voters represented in Senate District 26 and in House District 70. That is unacceptable under Arkansas statute.
As for the race itself, Cordelia Smith-Johnson, Democrat Alex Holliday, and Republican Bo Renshaw have all announced campaigns for the seat. The Democratic Party says the seat could flip, while the Republican Party calls the lawsuit, quote, a distraction in a race they can't win.
That was Maya Ellison reporting. Now, both the Democrats in this lawsuit and voters in Franklin County in other case are asking a judge to order the timeline of that election moved up to get lawmakers in place, that is, by the fiscal session, which starts next April.